날씨고.
이쁘다.
Hai thọ thì mỗi cứ về này mà đây sắp tới cứ tha ở bên này bờ hai tí hay chăng á hay ở còn nơi này ai chăng mà tôi hai thời ca hai cho quạt chăng nhưng thời ca chăng bà lòng biết quạt chăng á chăng hai dương sắp đặt chân bao cả chim càng mua được tiền chăng nhưng bên về hai tuần quạt thì bờ hai quạt thì thời ca chăng lên tiền chăng nhưng bà lòng chứ dương về để dương bao ham tới dương các bạn rồi hai dương bao từ bộ cho vì dương những làm tuần tôi chẳng là vì anh nhận lôi chua là bọc lần ra để chẳng dương tới phường hậu với con ai đấy miền địa rồi tộc mình để đài chẳng tại con cho vì mong bố nó mong buồn chẳng tới dương càng dương ra thì bọc bạc
전에 일이 너무 별로였나 보다.
넥스.
มีอารมณ์ท่าฮอตได้สบายจัดฮอตได้สบายใช่ไหมฮอตบนใต้ยังอาจทำเป็นคือยังฮอตบนใต้เป็นพิวมาจราเนี่ยยังสบายจัดในทางยังบางตัวลอยพิวใช่ไหมฮอตไอเต้get more money compare with company than my business. I think one day I can earn money around $70 to someday I can get $100 per
one day.
Yes.
Wow, so low.
But I spend too much. I spend get money and I spend. Net income.
Cái nào phải lên nhất một ngày ba ngày.
Tôi sẵn lành. Tôi chỉ là xây cực. Sầm rạp nhóm tôi chặt một này chẳng hạn tại nhóm cả tha ba chỉ khai mua chấm nốt có cho chặt một cái này rồi sầm rạp nhóm cho chặt này một cái này chứ à chặt pep ba sau này ai bờ ba cột bạc hàng chứ nhóm cả tha miền nhiều cho chặt mấy là khai thằng bay ta chặt có quạt cho chặt một cái này chứ chân khai thì có Việt Nam với khai thì cho chặt một cái này I like.
Okay. Thank you. Apa cerita?
까맛.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
제 거래. Okay.
Maybe Intel Collect University. Start from year 1.
Start from year 1?
Yeah.
They can get the job?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
But not cannot pay get payment just because some company just take them to be a trainee. For company is small microfinance. I was only trainee 3 months, and then the second company.
Oh.
Yes, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you can get another job, new job, right?
225 up to 270. Because at the time I just a student at university, so I don't have work to do, and I want to get experience working experience. So I just apply to that company. Working flow is Maxi.
Maxi?
Get a
Little what?
little salary
Little salary.
좀 맞아요.
Oh,
compared to worker, the same worker.
really?
Yeah, and some worker can get more salary than me. I cannot answer.
Just lovely.
Maybe
100?
Okay.
Good.
I want to change if that job is a civil job, you know. Just only test if you pass the test, okay. I prepare, but because Corona,
So if because of Corona, all of the tests
cancel.
are canceled, really?
In the government staff, not much salary, but I have freedom at working time.
Really?
Yeah, and near my house.
Oh.
So even I cannot get much salary, I also want to,
Move there.
yeah.
Thank you for having interview with me. Apun Chidan.
Cảm ơn.
Hello. So style.
The reason is that I need to find another job and get more salary for support my family. Before and after, maybe the gap is around 200 more.
Oh.
A kind of officer and also translator in one department, admin and HR department.
HR.
Yeah. So the first company I also work as HR assistant.
Mm.
And my major from university is management, so I think it fit well. For my opinion, I don't know too, but for myself, maybe different place and different people, maybe the actual ability and also another skill is important for us.
Maybe speaking foreign languages.
Like
Yes, yes.
Why
English
using
and Chinese is
and computing skill also.
yeah, also. For example, we graduate from university, right? So if we only have the major like one skill, but we don't know English, don't know Chinese, or don't know about the computer skill, so the salary also lower than another. There are many reasons that I choose. I change from one company to one company. The first company, I just graduated from university and then I start to work the first company. So I think that I just start to build my ability more. So when after I build my ability enough and I think that I can find another job and get more salary, I think I can change. Like, they use English and my English also can use well. For me, I also want to go there, but we have a difficulty with our family because some family don't want their children or their son or daughter go far away from home. And another reason, even different place. But I think the salary, degree or level or salary may be similar. So we don't want to go far from home also. And I think all company maybe the management is similar, not different a lot or maybe different from the culture. Little bit different, yeah.
Different culture.
But management or working flow may be similar.
Similar.
Yes.
Any
I
advantage?
don't know yet because I just started.
Oh.
So I don't know yet.
Okay, got it.
13 salary.
Huh?
13 month salary.
13 months salary?
100. Oh.
Oh, really?
My company. Oh.
So low.
I I also think about it many always think about this because recently job not my dream job. My dream job is a kind of government job, like I tell you before. For example, taxation department, and another dream like teacher, and also I want to run my business myself. If I run business, not a kind of business, just open the school.
Open the school?
Yes, language school.
Language school.
Yeah. So recently we cannot do that, but in the future I plan to do this. Because recently I contact with another people like computer skill people and language skill people like English and Chinese. So we connect together and we plan together for run the school.
Okay, anyway, thank you for joining my interview. Thank you.
Okay.